Get up, you son of a bitch! Cause Pawn's drunk loves ya.
What up? What up? Y'all already know this is Punch Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moo Shine himself, aka El Adobo, aka El Sazón, aka El Borracho, aka Café Bustelo, aka El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this side of heaven. God bless you all. Finally, fight week. Ladies and gentlemen, fight week. A lot of people in the sport of boxing is invested in this fight, this event. A lot of casuals invested in this event. Shout out to Netflix. Shout out to Turkey Out Shake. Shout out to both teams, Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. Whoever you pick, whoever you got, but we're gonna be breaking it down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. Y'all been following the channel. Y'all know I'm not a big fan of this fight, but I respect the event. Because at the end of the day, it's my favorite sport, the sport that I love. You know what I'm saying? We got a love and hate relationship because there is corruptions and politics in the sport of boxing, things in the sport of boxing that just is not attractive enough. But at the end of the day, nothing is perfect in the world. And boxing, the art of boxing is a beautiful thing. And I always say that boxing translates to life itself. But there is people out there that love this fight. There's people out there that really have is optimistic about Terence Crawford and prevailing and being victorious versus the four division world champion, super middleweight undisputed, the face of boxing, el rey de boxeo, King Nello, aka Cartelo, aka Cash Nello, aka Payday, aka get the F out of here, man. And the reason why I know I've been frustrated with the hardcores, because we're the educated ones. I'm actually frustrated with the hardcores. Because when we talk about the sport of boxing, and sometimes we in discussions and debates and dialogues, we always like to refer as somebody that's not knowledgeable about the sport. We be like, man, you're just a casual, yo. Man, you just a casual, yo. But you know what? It seems like the casuals has taken over the sport of boxing, or it seems like that hardcore boxing fans just don't want to study the sport no more. They truly not a fan of the sport. Maybe they lost. Maybe they've been frustrated with the sport a long time ago. Because I remember when after the Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather fight, man, a lot of people went to the UFC. A lot of people went to the MMA. A lot of people was disgusted with the sport of boxing, and I understand because boxing can actually do that to people. But I pose this question. I'm like, for the hardcore boxing fans, like, why are we? This is this, and I asked this question when I was on the panel on my brother's Rap Star Boxing Knowledge, and I said, okay, I want to speak to the hardcores, like we're the hardcores, we're the educated ones, we're the one that study, do film study, know the fighters, know the technique. We are the hardcores. We're the ones that actually teach the casuals what's going on. And a matter of fact, in this community, in the YTBC, the YouTube boxing community, if it wasn't for us, boxing would surely be dead because we're the only one that keeps boxing alive. We're the only one that keeps these boxers irrelevant. Can you think about it if it wasn't for YouTube boxing content creators? Who would be talking about boxing? Not ESPN, not Fox, not mass media. We are the mass media in the sport of boxing. If you ever have media credentials, you gonna see a bunch of YouTube content creators, social media unboxing content creators. We are the media. Fight Hub Sports TV, Boxing Voice, Ellie Setback, Seconds Out. You know what I'm saying? IFL. Like we YouTubers. We're independent media. When's the last time you seen a debate really on First Take and they talk about they talking about boxing? Hmm? Did they break down Inoue versus Fulton? Huh? Did they even mention Keith Thurman versus Brock Jarvis? Hmm? Did they talk about Jamal Charlo's last performance? Did they talk about Caleb Plant versus, you know what I'm saying, in his last performance? Did they talk about Deontay Wilder in his last performance? Did they talk about Anthony Joshua in his last performance? Did they talk about Alexander Usyk versus David Dubois? No. We are the ones. We're supposed to be the educated ones. So now, why are the boxing world, because of this fight, that any boxing fan with an eye? any boxing fan that's educated about the sport, I know what you're gonna tell me. Yo, but Punch, these fighters are saying this. This trainer is saying this. Well, I mean, Teddy Atlas said this. Punch, you don't know more than Teddy Atlas. I mean, Punch. Paulie said this. You don't know more than Paulie. Sean Porter said this. You don't know more than Sean Porter. This, also, fighters have tremendous respect for other fighters that on camera they won't throw them under the bus. See, Bud Crawford is a highly respectable fighter because also he's a highly respectable man in the industry of the sport of boxing. He's cool with a lot of fighters, and fighters is cool with him. You know what I'm saying? So they're not gonna tell you the truth, what they feel about this fight. They're going to, most of them is gonna be like, you know what? I think it's a good. I mean, it's kind of tough. Canelo was kind of big, but if anybody would do it, Bud would do it. Bud Crawford within the industry, within the fighters, he's very likable and respected. So these guys is not gonna just keep it all the way real and be like, "Hey, yo, Canelo, I was gonna beat the shit out of him." Because I've been in, I put it like this, ladies and gentlemen. To be honest, y'all can believe me or not, but my word is everything. Because I'm only a boxing content creator, so my words is everything. My word is my credibility. Whether people want to give me the credibility or acknowledge the credibility, I've been in this game enough years. I've known fighters, I know promoters, I know managers. I've helped fighters get signed. My word is everything. My word is my respect here, because that's all I got. I don't step in the ring. When I tell you that I've had conversations behind the scenes, 99, 98%, I'm gonna say 98% of the fighters that I ain't gonna be mentioning names and stuff like that because a lot of the conversations is off the records. But I'm gonna tell you like this: 98% of them that you listen to when the camera's on tell you that this is a good fight, and I think like 98% tell me behind the scenes when the camera's off that this is a stupid ass fight. That Canelo Alvarez, that Bud Crawford has no chance. That Bud Crawford, that Canelo Alvarez is just gonna beat up Bud Crawford. But I don't understand why you guys let you guys come, you guys, we are the educated ones. You let Turkey out shaking his money. Shout out to Turkey out shake because he's doing his thing. He's making his dream and his plans come through fruition because he got the money to do so. You let this dude that's what 43, 44 years old, you know more boxing than him. You know more boxing than him. But you let this man mind F you. You will lose your credibility, your knowledge of the game for a mismatch. And you will devalue everything what Canelo Alvarez has done, his skills, his talent, everything, just to make a mismatch a 50-50 fight. You guys would dumb down yourselves for a dude that's not in the he hasn't been in the game like we've been in the game. We in this game in the trenches. We here 24/7 talking boxing, educating ourselves on the sport of boxing. Turkey out Shake just walk into this community and now y'all all bending the knee. And if I'm saying it, people that's against punch on boxing, oh shut up, punch. Oh shut up, punch. You will give another motherfucker that you don't know, that haven't delivered anything, that haven't delivered the education and stuff like that. You will give that motherfucker the benefit of the doubt over a guy that's here 24/7. Because Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez is a damn mismatch, and we all know it. Anybody with a boxing eye knows it. Anybody with a boxing eye knows it. But you know what but I understand also in this community when it comes to sports is that in sport, certain fan bases get you riled up. Certain fan bases make you look at a fighter and say, "Man, I don't like this fighter because of the fan base." I know. It's like in baseball. I've met Red Sox fans that be like, "It's not that I hate the Yankees, I just hate Yankee fans," and vice versa. It's not that I hate the Red Sox, it's just that I hate their fans. Yeah, I understand because in the end of the day, sports fans, all we have, if you do not bet, all you truly have is bragging rights. That's it. That's all we have. That's all we have ever since we was young, and we debating on friends in school. Hey yo, and then your team loses or your fighter loses or whatever. You don't want to go to school because you know you go, the Knicks lost. Michael Jordan beat the Knicks. Yo, man, ain't shit. Patrick Ewing ain't nothing. And it's just it's the community, it's the nature, it's the culture. All we have is bragging rights. But I've been in this community. I've been a boxing fan for a pretty long time. And in this community, all of a sudden there's these all these Terence but Crawford out the woodwork. I understand this community very, very, very well. And some of y'all may not admit it. Some of y'all may not admit it. But I know who they like. Who like Bud Crawford, who they like Bud Crawford. There's a community out here, like I said 1,000 times, that hates PBC because Al Heyman jacked up the pay-per-view prices and a lot of y'all motherfuckers got mad. Y'all got mad. Some of y'all couldn't afford it. Some of y'all didn't want to buy it. I hate PBC, man. What's good with these pay-per-views, yo? Fuck that Al Heyman shit. You started hating the fighters. There's boxing content creators that was probably raised baiting because, of course, Al Heyman is African American, and there was African American boxing content creators that y'all didn't like because they was pro-black and they was pro-black, anti-everything, and you attach PBC to that channel that you don't like. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it honest. This is Punch Drunk Boxing. We keeping it 100. Give me 1 second, folks. Just give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. So yeah, PBC helped put boxing in the trash. So CEO said films PBC helped put boxing in the trash. Okay, we're gonna be talking about that. We're gonna be talking about, and I want to keep this COE. I want to keep this message right here because it's gonna align to what is going to align to what I'm talking. I'm going to time in on. Give me a second. All right. Jackie Hernandez, la reina de boxeo. Good looking out, Jackie. Appreciate you. What's up, Jackie? How's everything? How's the kiddos? How's the kiddo? Okay. Now let me go to COE. What he said. All right. Put it this way. All right. Let me. I had a question up there, right? And I want you to answer it, right? All right. COE. And everybody in the chat. Everybody in the chat. Who is the best American fighter today? Who is the best American fighter today? Who is the best pound for pound American fighter today? And who has been the best for recent years? Put it that way. Let's see. Let's see if you guys. If I'm not gonna say I'm not saying a lot of you guys, but I'm just saying if you guys are gonna keep it real with me, or y'all gonna play it dumb. Y'all gonna play dumb with me because y'all don't like me. So whatever I make sense is like you don't want to coexist with what I'm probably gonna be talking about because you just don't like punch. But stop that emotional shit, folks. We're hardcore boxing fans. I love to educate. I like to be educated, right? I don't got an ego like that. So who is the pound for pound, world renowned best American fighter? Who's been in the pound for pound even longer than any American fighter today? Let's be real. Let's be honest. Jay said, Bud Randy de la Bandera de República Dominicana. Dímelo, Randy. He said David Benavidez. All right. David Benavidez just got into the pound for pound. COE said Bud or Benavidez. Let's be real. Let's be honest, folks. That's what I mean. That's what I mean, folks. Let's be honest, man. Who's been regarded world renowned, the best pound for pound American fighter for years? Let's not play stupid. Oh, hey, yo, put it this way. Put it this way. I'm going to shut the live off. If y'all not going to be real with me, I will shut the live off. I will shut the live off. Let me know if y'all going to be real when there's time to troll, there's time to have fun, there's time to joke like I did the other day. Turkey. I'm asking the hardcore boxing fans and my brothers in the chat, let's be real, let's be honest. Who's been the best American fighter regarded pound for pound for years? COE, thank you, COE. It's been Bud. Everybody in the chat, please. I want to have a great discussion, a real discussion. There's so many channels in this community that everybody could fake it, everybody could troll. Let's be real, let's be honest. As an American platform, Bud Crawford has been on the pound for pound list longer than any other of these fighters in America, been regarded the best, and it is the most accomplished. Let's be real, let's be honest. Okay? Wrong in the building was good. Wrong. Let's be real, let's be honest. Okay. So, with that saying, why Bud never was in discussion of the face of boxing? If CEO, and I put that chat earlier, he said that PBC was the one that put boxing in the trash. But if Bud been the most accomplished and the greatest American fighter of this generation outside of Floyd Mayweather, Bud Crawford, as an American fighter, has been the best American fighter, pound for pound. And in any other sport, when you're the best, you're the face. LeBron James been the face for a long time. Kobe Bryant been the face for a long time. Wayne Gretzky in NHL. Tom Brady in the NFL. Hmm? In any sport, Djokovic, Serena Williams, the best is the face. America is the leading in media. We dictate a lot when it comes to culture, music, sports around the world, our major sport. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily soccer and all that stuff, but you understand what I'm trying to say. Terence Crawford was on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Terence Crawford, who claimed to be the victim all the time. Oh, people, no. Bud Crawford was the highest paid welterweight. He was getting paid more than Earl Spence. He was getting paid more than Keith Thurman. He was getting paid more than Sean Porter. He was getting paid more than Danny Swift Garcia. Was getting $4 million a pop, even through the pandemic where everybody was taking a pay cut. Terence Crawford was still making his guap. See, the narrative about Terence Crawford is they try to ice him out. They try to blackball him because y'all was following a narrative. But why did Bud Crawford sign the extension? Why did Bud Crawford sign the extension knowing that Top Rank wasn't making these type of deals with Al Heyman? And you already know that Al Heyman and Bob Arum was going to court and stuff like that for years. Why didn't Terence Bud Crawford just do the move that Manny Pacquiao made when he was a free agent and go to PBC? If he truly wanted all these welterweights. No. You know why? Because Terence Bud Crawford wanted his guaranteed money because he was all about the paper first and legacy second. But y'all hated PBC so much that fuck it, y'all giving Terence Bud Crawford the benefit of the doubt. Who put in the work in the welterweight division? Was it Terence Bud Crawford or was it Earl Spence and Keith Thurman? Since you're so much of a hardcore boxing fan, we know who put in the work, right? Let's go down the line. Let's go down the line. Let's go down the line. Let's see. Let's truly see if Bud Crawford was a victim all this time, right? Let's see. Remember, Bud sued Bobby Arim for Why would he sue Bob Arum if you was getting pay-per-view fights on ESPN, you was getting primetime TV to ESPN fights, you was promoted, you was the golden goose to Top Rank all these years. But because Bud Crawford didn't want to promote the way that he promotes now, if Bud Crawford was promoting back then the way that he promoted now, maybe Bud Crawford will probably be the face. It was Bob Arum and Top Rank that said that the money that they lost because of Terence Bud Crawford, that he could have fought, he could have bought 7 Malibu mansions. That's what Bob Arum said. Let's also not forget that even leading to a Majramov fight is the first time that we heard that, damn, Turkey Out Shake lost a lot of money on the Bud Crawford event. So we can understand that Top Rank don't have the problem. Turkey Out Shake don't have the problem. Terence Bud Crawford and Earl Spence didn't even do 1 million pay-per-view buys. It seems like the best American fighter just don't cut it in terms of being a face, being a top attraction. To the point where PBC, Tim Smith did say, leading up to the negotiations, that people are going to rob the fight. Why would people rob the fight? He's one of the most respected fighters in America. People should just want to support Bud Crawford because he's so great. He never cheated the fans for anything. Right? Why does the new age Bud Crawford fans have so much excuses for Bud Crawford? I don't understand it because Bud Crawford has gotten everything. He's gotten every opportunity to be a world champion, unified champion, undisputed world champion. He got the most guaranteed money. He did sign extensions, so he could have been a free agent. Nobody was holding him down. And as soon as he got a free agent, he got a big fight. Terence Ben Crawford been pampered his whole career. And people act like he's been a victim his whole career. Terence Crawford has been pampered and babied his whole career. You guys just been following the narrative. Oh, somebody's trying to keep Bud. Tell me who held Bud Crawford down at 135. Who held him back? How was he held back in a 140-pound division? How was he held back in a 147-pound division? He just walked into the 147-pound division and got a title shot. Matter of fact, Bud Crawford was a 140-pound undisputed world champion, meaning that by the time he moved up to the 147-pound division, he could have petitioned to make a mandatory to anybody that holds the IBF, WBC, WBO, WBA. No excuses, because you're undisputed. Just like now, Naoya Inoue could walk to the next division and get a title shot with Stephen Fulton. Just like Terence Bud Crawford put himself in position in 154 to get himself in title contentions, right? Just like Canelo Alvarez could walk to the 175-pound division and get a title shot, right? No excuses, but y'all gave Terence Bud Crawford this excuse. Y'all gave him a little pacifier. Y'all was giving him the titty, drink milk. Oh, he's a baby. Oh my God, Terence is so unfair what people are doing to Terence Bud Crawford. Oh my God. I mean, look, the PBC guys are really not trying. No, the PBC guys was willing to fight anybody because they already was fighting they was fighting each other. As soon as Manny Pacquiao won, he's fighting the likes of Broner, fighting the Thurman. He was about to fight Earl Spence too. He fought Ugas. Earl Spence fought. He was a mandatory. He went to fight Kell Brook. He fought the Dennis Garcia. He fought the Lamar Peterson. He fought the Sean Porter. He fought the Ugas. The Thurman fought Porter. Thurman fought Danny Silva Garcia. These guys was putting the work. If you go to the 154-pound division, all these PBC fighters was fighting each other. You guys got hook-winked. You guys got played. You guys got played. And in the back, Terence Crawford is just laughing. Ha, 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 ha. They're giving me the benefit of the doubt. You guys got played. And you guys are keep getting played. And you guys are going to get played again this Saturday, September 13th. Because you're still gullible to the Terence Bud Crawford narrative. You guys are gullible all these years to this Terence Bud Crawford narrative. You guys will throw everything and push everything to the side. I don't know who's holding whose hand. Turkey holding Terence Bud Crawford's hand, and Terence Bud Crawford is holding all y'all motherfuckers' hands. Because all y'all will turn dumb for Terence Bud Crawford's narrative and his fans. His new age fans, the cheapest fans in the sport of boxing. Because none of y'all, he could never sell a good pay-per-view because none of his fans was was good supporters. Always had cheap pay-per-view, low pay-per-view numbers. But he's the best. He's the best American fighter that we have. So why he's never in discussion of the face of boxing? Why when we have the discussion of the face of boxing, we talking about Canelo Alvarez, who's Mexican, but he's not American. And then we talking about another fighter. People say Gervonta Tank Davis. Why hasn't Terence Bud Crawford ever been in the discussion of face of boxing if he's all this great? You telling me that the only great fighter, the only greatest athlete in America is not the face of the sport in America? Come on now. Yeah, Crawford fans are broke. Crawford fans are broke. Those are the brokies. Hmm? Let's go down the list and let's go down the list of Terence Bud Crawford and his fans always giving him a pass, always feeling sorry. Oh my God, no, leave Bud Crawford alone, guys. He's just great. He does everything right. You guys are unfair. Was it Terence Bud Crawford or was it us or was it what you deemed the haters or the critics that said that Terence Bud Crawford best opponents was Ricky Burns and Victor Postal? Was that us? Was that a hater of Bud Crawford? Or was it Bud Crawford himself that looked at Canelo Alvarez in his eyes and said that the best fighters I ever fought, my best opponents, was Ricky Burns and Victor Postal? Who said that? Let me see if it's the haters. Because real boxing fans will probably say, nah, it was Earl Spence, maybe Sean Porter, and maybe Gamboa when he fought him at 135. Who was the one that said, man, Bud ain't fighting no real body. The best opponent that Bud Crawford ever faced was Victor Poster and Ricky Burns. Who said that? Who said that? See, that's what I mean. People want to make it personal. He said, but you definitely hating and capping. Okay, let me answer the question. Let me ask you the question, Airview. Who said that their best opponent that they ever faced was Ricky Burns and Victor Postal? Who said that? Me or Bud? Me or Bud? Let me see. Me or Bud? I don't like blocking people, but I'm going to block liars today. I'm going to block liars today. Who said it? Me or Bud? The best opponents that he ever faced was Ricky Burns and Victor Postal. He told that to Canelo Alvarez's face. Who said that? Me or Bud? Was it Shaquille O'Neal that said it? Was it Tom Brady that said it? Who said that? Who said that? What happened? You typing too slow? Hmm? Since punch drunk boxing is the capper, you know. That was a response to my other. Oh, okay, okay. Forget about the personal. Hey, yo, guys, answer the question. Who said that their best fighter, their best opponents that they ever faced was Ricky Burns and Victor Postal? Okay, y'all don't want to answer that. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Because I just want to stay stuck on your emotions. Some people just want to stay stuck on their emotions. Stop it, Punch. Stop it. Stop. Stop saying Victor Poster. Stop saying that, Punch. You know it was Earl Spence. Stop saying that. Okay. Who just did an interview and stated, who just did an interview and just stated that I'm finally going to be fighting in my natural weight? Enrique with the $2 super chat. He said, Bud has a weak pedigree. Canelo has for everyone. Good looking out, my brother. Oh, I didn't get this one. My fault, Enrique with a $2 super chat says, this fight is racial, not just hate against Canelo. Ooh, we're going to be talking about that as well. Thank you, Enrique. What was the question that I said? Oh, what, who, who just did an interview? Who just did an interview? And he stated that he's finally now in his natural weight, that he's been cutting. It's been difficult, but he managed throughout his whole career. But now he's fighting in his natural weight. Who said it? Hold on. I got you right here, buddy. I got you right here. Hold on. I got you right here. I got you right here. Give me a second. Give me a second. Secret been to move. Hold on. What's your secret been to moving up in weight divisions all these years?
That a lot of people think is a secret to it, but it's not. Having to cut weight my whole life is difficult, but being able to just fight at your natural weight and without having to hold back because you're like, oh, I don't want to put on too much muscle.
What's your secret been to moving up? So you're telling me Terence Crawford now is fighting in his natural weight. Now here's the question for everybody. Terence Crawford just said yesterday he's fighting in his natural weight. Now, what the fuck he was doing all this time at 135, 140, or 147, ladies and gentlemen? I'm gonna let y'all answer that yourselves. If he's fighting in his natural weight right now, what the hell was he doing all these years? And I don't want you to bring no other name. We're talking about Bud Crawford. Don't be like these bitter baby mom, these bitter women and saying every man is a dog. Every fighter does it. No, 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 no. I'm telling you what this man said, Terence Bud Crawford. He's fighting in his natural weight this September 13th. What the fuck he was doing all these years. He's going to be 38 years old. So what he did throughout his whole career. What he was doing. We saw that Bud Crawford, before going to training camp, was weighing 189 pounds. He posted that up, not me. He posted that. He posted that. What Bud Crawford was doing his whole career. See, this what I've been. This you know what's funny? That most of the boxing world, pundits, independent media, boxing content creators, are saying they got used to saying that Canelo Alvarez is really not that big. I mean, Terence Crawford's going to do good. I mean, Jamel Charlo going to do good because Canelo Alvarez is really not that big. But let's stick to the Terence Crawford. I mean, Terence Crawford, he's tall. He's taller than Canelo. He's stronger than Canelo. I mean, he's a wrestler. He's Hulk Hogan. He's Ultimate Warrior. He's Goldberg, Jack Hammond, everybody, right? But we never seen Terence Crawford in a damn match. We never seen Terence Crawford in Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, WrestleMania. We never seen him in the NCAA in a collision, wrestling somebody else, Michigan or something else. Huh? We never seen him before, but he's a wrestler. He's strong. He's strong. He's bigger than. He's naturally bigger than Canelo Alvarez and stuff like that. Because people say that Canelo Alvarez is not that big. Well, maybe Canelo Alvarez is fighting in his natural weight for years. The question is not that Canelo Alvarez is Canelo Alvarez is not that big. No, 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 no. Is that Terence Bud Crawford was fighting smaller guys. Why was Bud Crawford, if this is his natural weight class, what the fuck he was doing all this time? Oh, he was being great fighting little guys and taking advantage of them. Oh, that's his greatness. Ah, okay. I get it. It's like an NBA player going to high school varsity and beating them. Wow, I'm great. I'm not the one that said it. Enrique, con los 2 pesos de Super Chatty Chatty Patty Game me dice, Canelo don't owe Benavides anything, period. Let's stick to. So damn, Bud Crawford just exposed himself and being a weight bully for his entire career. Because finally, when he got nothing to lose and he got all the money on the table, now he has the statistical fortitude to fight in his natural weight. When you got nothing to lose. Wow. Very enlightened. Wow. I thought that Terence Bud Crawford was greater than great. I'm not going to take nothing away from his skills, but now I'm questioning because he just told the world that he's fighting in his natural weight. Damn, Bud. Wow. I mean, no wonder that. It did look like you was the smaller guy versus Earl Spence, but I remember that fight. He looked way bigger than Earl Spence. Oh, let me guess. People like to sweep under the rug. See, people respect Terence Bud Crawford so much that all of a sudden, Victor Conte is somebody to really admire now. Right? Stop it, Punch. Stop talking about snacks. Stop putting it out there. Stop it, Punch. You know that Terence Bud Crawford would never do such a thing. He would never. Victor Conte has changed his life, and he deserves the second and third and fifth and fourth chances. Stop it, Punch. Don't mention that. That was years ago. He deserved a second chance just like everybody else, right? But when it came down to Devin Haney, oh man, shit, Devin Haney really got flamed for the weight bully. The California State Athletic Commission said that Devin Haney was weighed in, came in at in the Regis Pro Grace. They put the information that Devin Haney rehydrated 25 pounds, which everybody know that's abnormal. But of course, he's affiliated with Snack, and I'm not saying that he's the only fighter, but that's damn. But let's stick to the Bud. Bud rehydrated so much versus Majimov. But because we respect Bud and holding Bud accountable is not lucrative in this community, then we give him a pass. We give him a pass for signing the extension. Look at this, folks. I'm gonna break it down for y'all. Hate me all you want. But you know one thing when I finish with this live, y'all gonna hate my guts. Some y'all gonna respect me, some y'all gonna hate me. But one thing for sure, none of you motherfuckers is gonna call me a liar because these are public records. It was Bud that signed the extension with Top Rank. That's facts. He didn't have to. He could have walked into PBC just like he did when he was a free agent, walked to PBC and got the fight that he wanted right away. Oh, wait. No, wait. Not right away. No. Matter of fact, let me push that back. He didn't get it right away. He was in negotiations with Earl Spence, and he pulled out of the fight to get a quick $10 million from BLK Prime to fight Dave Avanesian. He pulled out of the negotiations and kept everybody in the world of boxing waiting. That even Mauricio Sulmo, the other boxing sanctioning bodies, said that we put a halt on every mandatory for the negotiations of Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. The whole welterweight division was put on halt because of Bud Crawford, who was negotiating in bad faith. Because while he's negotiating with Earl the True Spence, he's negotiating with BLK Prime. Let me get this $10 million deal right quick. Remember? So he pulled out of the fight that we all wanted to see, put that fight in jeopardy. He put that fight in jeopardy, right? And that's when the PBC was like, man, fuck this guy, man. For real, man. We spent months negotiating with this guy, and he was negotiating in bad face. Hey, yo, Earl Spence, fight Keith Thurman. But because Earl Spence was, nah. I'm not gonna fight no Keith Thurman. I want to fight this fight. I want to fight this fight. Well, Earl Spence got in another car accident on that December. He said, what exactly are you trying to prove? What I'm trying to prove by the end of the day, a matter of fact, wait till the end of the live. And I'll tell you how I'm trying to prove. I'm gonna break all this shit down. I'm gonna break all of it down. Y'all just getting mad. I don't know why y'all getting mad at me. Just call me a liar. Tell me when I'm lying. Did did Book Crawford went to BLK Prime to fight Dave Avenesian? Did Book Crawford gloves popped? Because we all know if it was somebody else that they glove pop, can you imagine if Canelo Alvarez glove pop versus Triple G? Oh my God. Shit. Oh my God. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if Gervonta Tank Davis glove would have popped and nobody would have done nothing versus Ryan Garcia or vice versa? Oh my God. But because it's Bud Crawford and highly respected, we ain't talk about the glove. Fuck the glove. You know why? Because in the end of the day, we're invested in watching the fight that we want to see. We ain't give a two fucks about no Dave Avenesian. We want to see Earl Spence and Bud Crawford. Fuck the glove. I don't give a damn. Break the glove. Fuck the glove. I don't care. We want Earl Spence and Bud Crawford. But if it was somebody else, oh my God. If it was somebody else, can you imagine if Canelo Alvarez glove pop versus Terence Bud Crawford? Could you imagine? And the commission will be like, keep on fighting with that glove looking like that. Can you imagine the scrutiny? But because it's Bud Crawford, no, nothing. Bud Crawford gets a pass for everything. Let's move on. Let's move on to other things that Bud Crawford gets a pass of. Let's move on. What else we have here? Um um even when we even when we say, hey yo, Bud, hey yo, look at Bud, yeah, yo, look at Bud, yo. Hold on. Even when we just joking, right? And we like, Bud Crawford, hold my fucking hands right now. Hold my hand. Right? Hold my hand right now. My chocolate thunder. Hold it. Hold it tight. Lock their fingers with me. Let's show the whole world what we made of. Right? Hold my hand. Right? My chocolate thunder. Even when we talking about this, even people was like, yo, stop it, Punch. You know that's just culture. That's just culture, yo. Stop playing, yo. Stop talking, man. Shit, bros, man. Y'all, you guys are cornballs. Y'all goofy, yo. Stop, man. You know that's just culture. That's just culture. Now all of a sudden we giving a pass for another motherfucker holding niggas' hands and shit like that. All right, so let's hold hands in the hood with your best friend or something with your friend. Just hold hands and walk around the street. Let me see what people gonna be thinking about y'all. Huh? No, stop, man. It's just that they making a business deal. That's the culture. That's the culture. So what's Terence Bud Crawford culture? His culture should tell Turkey I'll shake. Hey, yo, my man. We don't hold hands. That's my culture, man. I'm an American. Stay on your morals and principle wherever you go. You just know what? You just don't adopt the culture because you on somebody else's yard. You let them be known. This is not what I do. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I don't hold hands with you, all right? But no, but because it's Terence Bud Crawford, oh my God, stop it, guys. Stop it. Leave Bud alone. Leave him alone. Leave Bud Crawford alone. All right? Whatever I do with my Bud Crawford, whatever I do with my chocolate thunder in my own time in my bedroom, it's my prerogative. But let me say it like this: in this community, if Turkey Al Sheikh was holding Canelo's hands, oh my God, oh my God, hold my hand, bitch, hold my hand. But y'all getting mad at me. He's holding hands with Turkey, but y'all getting mad at me. I don't understand it. But it's all right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's okay. Y'all still. That's what I mean. I'm hurting y'all feelings. That's what it is. There's some people that be like, hey, yo, this is not about race. This fight is not about race, right? Boom. But was it Terence Bud Crawford's team that called another man, another black man in Boots Ennis a sellout? Who brought race into this? Was it Terence Bud Crawford's team? Was it the haters? Was it Canelo Alvarez supporters? Was it Boots Ennis? Who was the people that said that Boots Ennis was a sellout just for sparring with Canelo Alvarez and make this event now people looking at a race thing now? Let me guess. It was Punch or was it Bud Crawford's team? Was it Bud's team or was it Punch Run Boxing? Since I'm just spitting truth here, but I guess some people in the chat is like, shut up, Punch, stop it, stop already. I get it. Facts after facts. I'm just spitting facts after facts. It's killing y'all. It's killing y'all. It's killing you. It's killing some of the people out here. Hmm. So Bud says that his best opponents was Ricky Burns and Victor Poston. Y'all getting mad at me. Terence Bud Crawford never was a victim of anything because he was getting paid the most money on ESPN, the biggest sport platform in the world. So he's getting exposed to the world and still couldn't be the face of boxing. Bud Crawford was given a gold platter, but no, it was BBC and Al Heyman who kept Bud, not giving him a chance. It was Bud. Time out. Bud is the best American fighter. Bud is with ESPN. What chances was Bud giving anybody else? Because if you also the A side, you got the power. Hmm? Bud is the best. Bud got the most accomplishments. Why he's not bringing? I mean, I seen Deontay Wilder bring Tyson Fury to Showtime, and then Tyson Fury brought Deontay Wilder to ESPN for a fight. Why wasn't? I mean, what is this that he was being held back? Let's not forget that even the Keith Thurman representative wanted to negotiate with Bud Crawford, and Bob Arum basically wanted to give Keith Thurman $1 million, and that they picked to fight Kell Brook. But no, I'm just lying, right? I'm just lying. I'm lying. I'm lying. I'm lying. This fight is what you call it, insulting our intelligence. This fight and the assessment that people are making about this fight is insulting to our intelligence. Did we see the Majamal fight? Was it Terence Book Crawford also that said in prior interviews before Turkey Al Sheikh put that money on the table? Terence Crawford said basically that my max is 154. Was it me? Was it me? Was it me? Or was it Terence Book Crawford? Tell me, was it me? So when I say that, you know what, man, but Crawford ain't gonna do shit at 168. You know who let me know that he wasn't gonna do shit at 168? Not looking for a Canelo Alvarez fight. Now, it wasn't realistic for him to go to the 168-pound division. I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna let y'all know. Let me see. Let me see if he could tell y'all. Because I mean, I'm just with a drunk in the mic. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, right? Let me see. Let me see if I find it. Let me see if I find it. Let's see. Let me see if I find it. Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second. I think I have it on my other phone. Hold on. Let me see. I have it on my other phone. On the bus say. I think I deleted it in my. Hold on. Let me see if I can put it here now. Let me take this thing out. Let me see if I put it here. Give me a second. Let's see if I could do that. Give me 1 second. Was it here? Hold on, hold on. Yo, yo. Let me know if you're still here. Let me know if y'all still hear me. Canelo said, let me know if y'all still hear me. Just give me a yes or give me a no. Give me a yes or give me a no. All right. Okay. Oh my gosh.
And he fights at Canelo, and he fights at 68 plus. So
Yep.
I don't fight so.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
What's the highest you can fight at, realistically?
I would say one.
Oh,
And he fights at 168 plus. So I don't see me and him fighting. So
What's the highest you can fight at, realistically?
I would say 154 realistic.
54.
You know,
So
them boys get big up there. Them boys get big. And I'm not a person that, you know, too long or too loud to be able to say, oh, well, I can beat the world. You know, I understand there's weight classes for a reason, and I respect the weight classes. And yeah, I think 154 will be my max, given the age Canelo, and he fights at.
so so when Punch says it, oh no, Punch is just a little capper. Punch is just hating in this fight. Bud Crawford told me. See, Bud Crawford told me, he told you that his max was at 154. But if y'all look at the fight with Majumov, we saw Bud Crawford's max. See, because Bud Crawford was real to himself, he was real to us. He was transparent to us. He was asked where you see yourself at, where you gonna max out at 154. We actually saw Terence Bud Crawford maxed out at 154, but we want to play dumb all of a sudden that after a Majumov fight, oh my God, yo, Bud Crawford is so great. After the Majumov fight, I got confidence in Bud Crawford to go to 168 and not face just any of the 168 pounder. I think he could beat Canelo Alvarez. Oh no, but Punch, you a hater. Nah, man. I'm just not willing for nobody to mind fuck me. And I'm just asking y'all, as fellow hardcore boxing fans, whether you like me or not, forget about the like, cause that's female trait. Forget about if you like Punch, if you don't like Punch, if I'm too loud, if I'm this. I just want to ask yourself, look in the mirror and ask yourself. Ask yourself, why are you letting People mind F you, knowing you a hardcore boxing fan, you got intellect, you got smart, you know when the game is trying to fool you. The boxing world, the boxing sport, it's open book. It's open. They know how to play you. We know how promoters promote. We know what's real, we know what's not truly real, right? So you know and I know. Even if you put yourself as a trainer, right? And Terence Book Crawford is your fighter. And Terence Book Crawford, just like Terence Book Crawford said in that interview, and I'm up in age, 38 years old. I know me and my fighter say that the way we go on that I think that he's gonna max out is 154. I care about my fighter. Like, put yourself in Bo Max position. After the Majormall fight, damn, yo. And you rehydrated that much and you perform like that versus a not no guy. Yeah, I think that we hit our peak right now, man. But hey, yo, 37 years old, full division world champion. I mean, that's something good already, right? That's all right. But you guys are mad, but there's people that's mad at me because I'm saying the same shit that Terence Book Crawford said in that interview. That's Bud Crawford being transparent. That's Bud Crawford being humble. That's Bud Crawford being real with himself and with you. But because for whatever reason, you might not like Canelo, you might not like Canelo, or maybe you're picking Bud Crawford because you identifying with race. You're probably a brother and want to support another brother, which is all right. We see it in the sport of boxing. Puerto Ricans support Puerto Rican fighters. Mexicans support Mexican fighters. UK support UK fighters. We understand that. But we also keep it real within even giving our nationality or identified culture or race the benefit of the doubt. We're also real enough to know, like I'm Dominican, right? I didn't say that Hector Luis Garcia is going to beat Gervonta Tan Davis. I did a video on say that Gervonta Tan Davis is going to make Hector Luis Garcia going to smash him like tostones. He's going to fry him, smash him into totones. I didn't pick Eddie De Los Santos to beat Shakur Stevenson. I picked Shakur Stevenson to beat Eddie De Los Santos because I'm not stupid at the end of the day. I'm not stupid at the end of the day. And I'm just asking you guys, like, make it make sense. Hey, some of you guys may not have a horse in a race. Put it this way, some of you guys, some may love Bud and love Canelo and don't have a horse in a race. And you may be telling yourself, you know what, I just want to see something special. I just want to see somebody to accomplish a three-division undisputed world champion. And that's okay. That's all right. Sometimes in the sport of boxing, we go, if we don't got no horse in the race, we go for the underdog. I get it. But analyze it that way. People be trying to analyze shit like, no, you gotta understand that now. Terry Book Crawford, I'm gonna tell you like this. I think he's gonna knock out Canelo Alvarez in the 10th round. How? How? Break that shit down for me, please. Break it down for me. No, I'm telling you, Book Crawford gonna stop Canelo. Really? Really? When's the last time you ever seen Book Crawford, Canelo Alvarez even close to being stopped? Canelo Alvarez has fought the biggest punches of this generation. Motherfuckers haven't, they didn't even twitch. He ain't dancing no salsa merengue since he was a team, basically a team. What makes you think that Buck Crawford is gonna make him dance salsa? Motherfuckers ain't even going out. But there's dudes that ain't even saying that, yo, Buck Crawford's gonna outbox Canelo Alvarez. They going, no, I think he's gonna stop him in the 10th round. Shut the fuck up. Like, really? That's what you came up with? No, I think that Buck Crawford gonna rear. I'm telling you what, watch. I can't wait to come back to this channel after the fight. No, you ain't gonna come back to the channel after the fight. You know it and I know it. You're not gonna come back because you don't like to be told I told you so. You ain't gonna come back to the channel. The only way y'all come back to the channel if a miracle happens and Terence Crawford beat Canelo Alvarez, and then you wanna come. You ain't gonna come to my channel after Canelo Alvarez whoops Terence Crawford from the pillar to post. He said, don't delete your channel. It's not going to be deleted because but Crawford's going to whoop him. That's why I put the channel on the line. I put the channel on the line, baby. VOBBM, I put the channel on the line. What y'all putting on the line? What y'all putting on? Come on, man. Common sense is that a Bud Crawford after the Majamon fight, no trainer, no promoter, no manager would be like, you know what? I think we could go 2 division up now and fight Canelo. Y'all playing dumb. This is Turkey Al Sheikh's pipe dream. This is his wet dream. You do not have to be included in his wet dream. Why y'all being fooled for? I'm speaking of the narratives and assessment of this fight. In this community, it's just too much of bullshit, bro. QB Prince in the building said Turkey is a freak behind the scenes. Nah. If you say that he's holding Bud Crawford's hand, you're gonna see a bunch of Bud Crawford fans saying, "Stop it, Punch! This is culture. It's culture. It's culture." I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna go live, and I'm gonna have a good time. I'm gonna have a good time because I'm gonna see Bud Crawford being a dog, right? He's a dog. He ain't gonna do what William Scott did. He ain't gonna run like a bitch, right? He's gonna go for it. He's gonna go for it though. He's not gonna be timid like Jamel Charlo, like y'all said, right? He's gonna go for it, right, folks? Because that's what Terence Bud Crawford is, a dog, right? Y'all tell me he's not Jamel Charlo. That's what y'all tell me. Y'all tell me he ain't gonna do what Jamel Charlo did. Oh, he not Jamel Charlo. I know he's not Jamel Charlo. I know he's not with Snack. I know that. I know he's not Jamel Charlo. I know that Jamel Charlo actually cleaned out his division, leaving no how you say it? No stone unturned. He cleaned out his division. He became undisputed in his division. Unlike in the 147-pound division, it was actually Earl Spence that did all the dirty work. You just fought Earl Spence and got all the belts. You ain't do no dirty work like that. You ain't do what Thurman and Earl Spence did at 147. They did the work. You didn't do no work. You beat Jeff Horn. You beat Jeff Horn. You didn't put in the work. Not like that. I know you're not Jamel Charlo. I know you ain't no weight bully. Go to Jamel Charlo right now. Go to his channel. Let me know when you ever seen even Chicho's, even love handles on Jamel Charlo. Go to his Instagram right now. Let me know if what he's walking around in. Because I know how much he's walking around in right now. Buck Crawford was walking around at 189. He posted that shit, not me. He posted that. 186. That's what he posted before he went to camp. He the one that said in a recent interview that he's fighting in his natural weight now. So he's been a weight bully his whole career. And everybody was calling him, oh, the great, oh my God, the great motherfucker. You were just beating little dudes, bro. You wasn't doing shit. I could easily say that. Giving him a pass. Got the most guaranteed purse, but he's the victim. Got every opportunity to earn. If he earned whatever he earned, if Bud Crawford became a 4 division undisputed world, a 4 division champion, 2 division undisputed world champion, it's because nobody held Crawford back. You don't earn that because you're being held back. It doesn't make sense. Does it make sense, folks? If you accomplish great things, I'm being held back. How the fuck? You went to every division and got a title shot. But you let narratives push and say, no, what it is they blackballing Terrence. I mean, they never gave him best opportunity. Now people be like, this. I'm happy that Terrence Bud Crawford is finally having his big fight. What the fuck you mean you happy that he's finally having a big fight? Terrence Crawford could have had the big fight a long time ago if he wanted to. He could have had the big fight if he wanted to. Everybody making all this excuse like Terrence Bud Crawford is the pound for pound, the best and stuff like that. QB Prince with a super chat says, I know you guys in my hood with better resumes than Bud Crawford. They don't want to talk. Hey yo, Prince. Hey yo, I haven't even mentioned his resume right now. All I gotta say is Victor Postal and Ricky Burns. I'm just saying the same shit that Bud Crawford is saying. I ain't come up with it. If you would have asked me personally, yo, Punch, who you think is the best opponent that Terence Crawford ever faced and beat? I would have said probably Earl Spence. I like the Sean Porter stoppage. You know what I'm saying? Even though that Sean Porter publicly stated that he didn't go to the gym and stuff like that. But let me tell you like this. Sean Porter, he was sparring with Caleb Plant. Sean Porter was sparring with Caleb Plant leading up to the Terence Crawford. This is one thing that I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say this, right? And I want Sean and Sean to say it on his show as well, because I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't like the narrative that Sean Porter wasn't himself or try to train and stuff like that. No, 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 no. Sean Porter sparred with Caleb Plant. Gervonta Tan Davis was in camp. Kid Austin was in camp, and Henry Cedeno Martinez was in camp. This motherfucker was highly prepared to beat Terence Crawford. This Terence Crawford, he was just good when he made that type of adjustments and got him out of there. Let's not. I'm not gonna see. I'm not gonna take. I'm not gonna take away that. I'm not gonna take it away because that's not fair for the coaches. That's not fair for guys like Larry Wade. That's not fair for Kenny Porter. That's not fair for his opponent. Because a lot of people was talking about, Boots Ennis being in the gym. Boots Ennis being in the gym and preparing Canelo Alvarez to go to war with Terence Crawford. Sean Porter had a good camp. He got world-class fighters. He has speed, he has size, he has power, he has had a good. In my opinion, Henry Cedeno Martinez know how to switch. You need speed for guys like Gervonta Tan Davis that could give you that speed, that southpaw look. You got Kid Austin as well that could switch and stuff like that. Very athletic. And you got Caleb Plant. Who's the Jew in Porter's platform that rides Bud? You talking about Sean Zittle? Nah, he cool. Why isn't people betting on Canelo? Dead giveaway. The Jew is Paulie Balalagi. Paulie is Italian. I'm going for Canelo, but I bet Crawford because the odds were wild. All I'm saying is, nobody's gonna hook with this fight. I feel there was better fights to give us. I feel that I feel like boxing has a lot of skills and talent. I think that the powers that be is doing a horrible job because they're shrinking our sport. We didn't ask Turkey out shake for Bud and Canelo. We will flame every promoter if they don't give us the fight that we want to see. But because Turkey out shake is all of a sudden everybody bending the knee. Most of this community is bending the knee to Turkey out shake. We didn't ask for this fight. We asked for Canelo and David Benavidez. We didn't ask for Canelo Alvarez and William Skull. As a matter of fact, the boxing world was even was even happier to get Canelo and Berlanga than Canelo Alvarez and William Skull. Remember, Canelo Alvarez dropped his belt and let himself get stripped because we didn't even know who the hell was William Skull. But that's the first fight that Canelo Alvarez have with Turkey Al Sheikh, and we cool with that. Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou, AJ Francis Ngannou. We ain't even get Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia in the rematch. We got Devin Haney and Jose Ramirez. Rolly and Ryan Garcia. Yo, put it this way, even if Ryan Garcia lost, Devin Haney should have wanted to get that get back. That fight should have still come to fruition. Who cares? Crawford was scared of Boots. Enrique with the $2 super chat. Yeah, I'm not gonna say scared, but he went to fight Majimov. Then he gave us Crawford and Majimov. And I'm not gonna say that Turkey didn't try to give us Virgil Ortiz and Boots and Boots and Teofimo Lopez and Teo and Haney. I'm not gonna say he didn't try to give certain fights. But you wasn't even supposed to put Deontay Wilder versus Parker or Adewale versus AJ. Motherfucker, just put the fucking AJ and Wilder. Why are we licking this dude? Like, what the fuck is he? All right, he got some good fights. Everybody put some good fights. Give him praise for we get praise, but and criticize him like the way we would criticize any other business entity in the sport of boxing that doesn't give us give us the fight that we want to see. So I'm gonna pose it again. If Bud been great for all these years, why he's never mentioned the being mentioned as the face of boxing? And if Bud Crawford is the best American fighter that we've had in a pretty long time since Floyd Mayweather, and he's the poster boy of American boxing, the best that we have to offer, then why the hell people saying that boxing is dying? Why people saying in America that boxing is dying? Who holds that responsibility? Because the face of boxing get the massive responsibility, right? Hey, yo, when the ratings are going down, they look at LeBron James, the style of playing, da, 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 da. Because they say that stars are the guys that move the needle in in those respective sports. If American boxing is dying or is dead or is in a coma, and this guy is the face of American boxing, because remember, Canelo is Mexican. He's not the face of American boxing. He's the face of all the boxing. But in America, oh, shit, they can't even get a damn network contract. What has Bud done to elevate the game? What has Bud done to elevate the sport of boxing? Let me ask y'all a question again. What has Terence Bud Crawford done as the face and the best American fighter we have to offer to elevate the sport of boxing? Mike Tyson did. Sugar Ray Leonard did. Oscar de la Hoya did. Floyd Mayweather did. What has Bud done? Háblame mi gente. What has Bud done? Every American cash cow and the best that the American has to offer elevates the game. Oscar de la Hoya was fine. Nobody was saying that boxing is dead. Bud is a legit family man that you should respect as a fellow family man. Well, I respect him as a family man. Yeah, he had a kid out of wedlock too. Mm, okay. He's a family man. I'm just saying what they reported. I'm just saying what Bud said in the Shannon Sharp interview. I'm just saying what Bud Crawford said in the show. So he's a stand-up family man, I guess, you know. Cheat on that woman that been holding you down since you was broke and poor, having 6 kids and then having another one out of wedlock. Now he got some new money. He needs some new bitches. Good family, man. I get it. So now I'm a hater. Now I'm a hater. Now I'm a hater. That's what I mean. You see how people, you came up and say he's a family. Oh, yeah, he's a great, I could say he's a great father. The perception of it. And I always give him Bud Crawford than any other great father because our fatherhood is prominent in the sport of boxing. I love that Bud Crawford seemed like a family man. The outside, I don't really know the inside. I'm only going by what the last interview with Shannon Sharp when he said that he had a kid out of wedlock and that went viral. You come to my channel saying that he's a great family man. Because to be honest, I give him a lot of credit for having that one woman that represented that family man and stuck to that same woman that was with you since the beginning. That's something to be honorable. That's something it's something to be envious of. You came to my channel saying that he's a great family man. I don't know. Shit, now you getting mad that I say what I'm saying. I don't know. Man. I don't know. Anyway, Turkey will walk on Bud's back barefoot after the. QB Prince got jokes today. Mhm. Terence Crawford, good fighter. Great fighter. I don't know how great he is because he just told me that he's just been a weight bully, basically a weight bully his whole career. But great skills. And you know what? He has the opportunity again because he's always have opportunities. Bud Crawford has had the opportunity that other fighters didn't have, and there was line to fight Canelo Alvarez. So all this weird narratives throughout the years that Bud Crawford been held back. Bud Crawford has gotten the piece of the pie. Bud Crawford was always paid. Bud Crawford was never held back. Bud Crawford was never blackballed. That was just a lucrative narrative in the community where it was lucrative to hate on PBC and Al Heyman. It was cool in this community to diss Deontay Wilder for Tyson Fury. It was cool to diss every PBC fighters and not Terence Bud Crawford. It was cool to call them all out, right? It's cool to hate on Floyd Mayweather, right? It was a narrative. Remember the narrative? Canelo Alvarez doesn't is scared to face black slick fighters. You remember the narrative? That's the reason why people hate PBC because there was high traffic pro black channels that was talking like pro black and anti everything else, and they was pumping PBC because Al Heyman was an African American guy, and the debunk army didn't like these channels that was promoting and shaming everybody else with PBC fighters, thus building a community that hates PBC. Right? I know what community I'm on. I've been in this community for years. I know how everything started. I know how these narratives started. You don't hate PBC. You don't hate Al Heyman. You hate the channels that you learn to hate because they try to shame certain Latino fighters, UK fighters, right? But because they control the narrative in this community, right? They control the narrative in this community. I mean, those folks don't control the narrative anymore because Deontay Wilder lost and Earl Spence lost and shit like that. Am I speaking like people know what? See, people that's real, that's been in this community for a long time, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Am I right or wrong? Right? Beyond above media. I agree with you often. I'm not saying I'm just speaking the facts about this community. I'm just speaking the facts because if we go for the facts, it's just like Turkey Al-Shay get praised for bringing us the undisputed Bivol and Beterbiev. Turkey Al-Shay gets praised for bringing us Usyk versus Tyson Fury undisputed. But guess what? Al Heyman gave us Kalen Plant Canelo undisputed. Jamel Charlo Castano undisputed. Bud Crawford Earl Spence undisputed. So let's not act like what Turkey is doing is the new wave. It's not the new wave. Top Rank gave us Ramirez and Josh Taylor undisputed. Teofimo Lopez, Lomachenko, undisputed. Yes, it was undisputed. Yes, it was. Camboso, Camboso and Haney, undisputed. Lomachenko, Lomachenko, Devin Haney, good fight. Other people been doing their work too, bro. The thing in this community that there is not a community to create and debunk narratives of Turkey. That's the reason why Turkey gets a pass in this community, because there is not a community of hate towards Turkey, so there's not a community to debunk it. But just like Al Heyman put up Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor, Turkey Al Sheikh put Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou. It's the same blueprint, the same business model, just a different face. It's just that y'all see Turkey and y'all don't see Heyman. That's it. It's the same business model. Turkey Al Sheikh has took Al Heyman's business model. What was the thing? Why was a lot of people mad? Hey, yo, Al Heyman is overpaying these fighters, yo. Al Heyman is overpaying these fighters. What is Turkey Al Sheikh doing? Turkey Al Sheikh gave $4 million to William Skull. $4 million to William Skull to face Canelo Alvarez. Then we hear was the rumor said that Ryan Garcia got paid $20 million to face Rolly Romero. $20 million, Ryan Garcia. $20 million. $10 million, Devin Haney to face Jose Ramirez. What happens if Turkey Al Sheikh leaves? These guys are going to retire, because how you expect Devin Haney, that's probably making $8, 9, 9, 10 million dollars, to go back to $2, $3 million. They're going to retire. Thus, the quote unquote PBC divas, these guys on PBC ain't fighting no more, because the money is not what it used to be. But these guys ain't fighting for no more peanuts. Thus, the pay-per-view stands. So even the same shit in the positive and the negative. Turkey Al Sheikh, you think overpaying all these is great? But see, now the Turkey, people just like Turkey because they hate out. They have something to debunk and play the PBC model and hate Al Heyman and hate all this, right? So now it's become Turkey versus Al Heyman. And now everybody looking at, yo, look at this shit. Thurman versus Fundura pay-per-view, and we getting Netflix from Turkey. Yeah, but we also been paying pay-per-view for the zone and paying monthly subscription. Yeah, they double dipping on us. They've been double dipping on us. At least, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna say this, folks. Y'all talk about, y'all hate on pay-per-view, but at least Al Heyman and PBC is not double dipping on us. See, these guys say sign a subscription to ESPN, but still put a pay-per-view. So we paying monthly, and then we paying pay-per-view. The zone, we paying almost $30 $30 a month plus a pay-per-view if there's an event on pay-per-view. So they double dipping on us. At least Al Heyman is saying, look, here's pay-per-view, take it or leave it. You don't gotta have no subscription or nothing like that. Monthly subscription, just I'm gonna put an event, pay-per-view, you pay for it, you don't want to, get the fuck out of my life. When Canelo Alvarez beat Terence Crawford, you know what that's gonna leave us? The same conversation we're having right now. Y'all gonna come up with a narrative and say, but Bud Crawford dared to be great. He stepped up. At least he tried. He's in a win-win situation. He ain't gonna lose shit. But you know what? Soon as Terence Crawford retires, and we really, really need to dial in on his legacy. And when he retires, that's when it's full flesh comparing him with other legendary and Hall of Fame fighters. And you know what y'all gonna come up with? Victor Postal and Ricky Burns. We're going to look at his resume and say what Terence Crawford truly did in his whole career matched up to Leonard and Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya. And y'all going to come to find out. That's when y'all going to humble yourselves and be like, I that means that Bud only really truly beat one pound for pound fighter at the time, and his name was Earl Spence. That's all he did. And Canelo Alvarez, y'all not gonna give him respect because just like Canelo Alvarez said, you didn't give me credit for Jamel Charlo, undisputed. What you think you're gonna give me credit for Bud Crawford? But since Bud Crawford is that great, like everybody, like a lot of people saying, and it's close to a 50-50 fight, then Canelo Alvarez beating Bud Crawford, I'm gonna put him top five in the history of the sport of boxing because that's what the boxing world is telling me. I'm just a drunk in the mic. I'm learning from other people. I have my opinion, but if Canelo Alvarez beat Bud Crawford, the full division world champion, two division undisputed, and y'all telling me that Bud Crawford got better skills than Canelo Alvarez, better footwork than Canelo Alvarez, is bigger than Canelo Alvarez, stronger than Canelo Alvarez, he's a wrestler like Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Warrior. Then if Canelo Alvarez whoops him, oh man, that would be one of the greatest victories in the history of the sport of boxing. Don't tell me that Bud Crawford is no, he was small and he was moving up and he was no. Don't give me none of the excuses. Those who's picking Bud Crawford when he gets his ass kicked, come back to my channel, and I'm gonna tell you that. And you're gonna tell me that Canelo Alvarez is top five because if Bud Crawford beats Canelo Alvarez, he will be top five, top 10 in the history of the sport of boxing. Am I right? It'll be one of the greatest victories in the sport of boxing. But Bud got more skills and is tall and is stronger. He's naturally strong. Oh my God. Yeah. Canelo Alvarez will be top five. You have Bud Crawford in his resume, Triple G in his resume, Kovalev in his resume, Daniel Jacobs in his resume, Keenan Plan in his resume, Amir Khan in his resume. Y'all respect me, Amir Khan, because y'all respect Bud Crawford too, right? So y'all respect Amir Khan. He got Amir Khan in his resume. He got Miguel Cotto in his resume, Shane Mosley on his resume, Trout on his resume, Charlo on his resume. Woo! Canelo Alvarez be one of the greatest, top five. Top five. Top five. Think about it. Because I believe that Bud Crawford is in his prime anyway. Y'all believe that he can move up to if y'all believe he can move up to two division up after match, well, that means that he's greater than great. The greatest since sliced bread. So Canelo will have Bud, Triple G, twice, Kovalev, moving up to 175 as well. Shane Mosley. Even a split, he got a split decision. Was it a split decision victory? It was a majority decision or split decision, the Floyd Mayweather. Cotto, Shane, Trout, got legends. Lara in his prime. Canelo Alvarez will be one of the greatest, the GOAT. We talking about GOAT talk. And let me look through the chat because I want to remember these names. Everybody that's saying that Bud is gonna win. I want you to come back to my channel and say that Canelo Alvarez is the greatest. Hold on. He said Cotto was faded. No, they wasn't. Because Bud Crawford's gonna be 38 years old. Well, no, he's not faded also. As a matter of fact, Cotto was younger than Bud Crawford when Canelo Alvarez fought Cotto. As a matter of fact, Kovalev was younger than Bud Crawford when Canelo Alvarez fought him. By months. I don't want to hear that bullshit. No venga con eso. No venga con eso, mi hermano. No, my friend. Already home. You better go home like E.T., motherfucker. No. Now Cotto is faded. Mira cómo se lo están quitando la gente now. Oh, now Cotto is faded and Mosley is faded. When Bud Crawford is just as old as them. Mira este tigre. You crazy, my friend. No, they're not faded, my friend. They was in great shape. Great shape. Mira este tigre. Now they want to take it away. Nah, get the fuck out of here. Now, y'all saying that Bud Crawford is the greatest. Motherfucker, they even saying that I think that Bud Crawford could be Floyd Mayweather now. He said Cotto was faded and was small. Also, let me ask. So was Bud faded in the Masvidal fight? Did Bud look like a pound for pound fighter in the Masvidal fight versus a 9-0 guy that never been a world champion for the world champion, beating elite fighter? So was Bud faded at 154? Let me see you want to keep it real with me already, home. Was Bud faded at 154? Did he look like a faded pound for pound fighter? Let's see. I want to see if they're going to keep it real. They're going to come up with an excuse. Because when it comes to Bud Crawford, man, I never seen a fan base with an excuse for Bud Crawford in my life. 10 and 0 and no. But look at this. Look at this now. Look at this now. Look at this now. Look at this now. This guy goes 10 and 0. No, Bud wasn't faded. Oh no. So he performed very, very well. If any elite fighter will fight a 10 and 0 guy who's practically a novice in the pros compared to Bud Crawford, they will get flamed. Flamed. Even with a victory. Flamed. But Bud Crawford, like I said again, that these people will find an excuse for Bud Crawford. Nobody could perform versus a 10 and 0 guy, no elite fighter. They would get crucified. But because it's Bud Crawford and he hold hands with other niggas and niggas want to hold his hands, y'all want to come up with this bullshit. He just said that Cotto and Shane Mosley were faded, but Bud Crawford wasn't faded at 154. Nah, he was a pound for pound fighter. He looked it great out there. That was the worst performance of Bud Crawford's elite career. That was the worst performance of Bud Crawford's elite career. He said, first time fighting at 154, relax. Oh, so what is going? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Relax, right? Relax, okay? Nick Tate tells me to relax. Yo, Punch, is this first time at 154? Come on, relax. All right, so tell me how he's gonna perform at 168. Tell me. Because you want me to relax, right? Now answer me. Nah, he's not going to 160. He's going to 168 to face Canelo Alvarez. Now tell me, what's going to happen? Should I relax or should I be confident? They're telling me to relax at 154. So you tell me at 168. I want to hear this. I want to read. Educate me. First time fighting at 154 goes, okay, it's going to be Bud Crawford's first time fighting at 168. What's going to happen? What's going to happen, my brother? Nick say 13. What's going to happen, my brother? I gotta relax at 154. Relax, yo, man. Come on. That was his first time at 154. What's gonna happen his first time at 168 versus Canelo Alvarez? See, that was his first time at 154 versus a 9 and 0, 10 and 0 guy, right? Never was a world champion, never beat a world champion, never beat a former world champion, not elite. What's gonna happen at 168 versus the king at 168? Tell me. So I won't. So I could relax. Ay, Dios mío. Por háblame, mi gente, háblame. Talk to me, my friends. Talk to me. Asking questions around here. The show's not good. It's not fair. Santino said, yo, they think that Canelo. It's true. I don't know what these people think. It looked like the and that's hey, yo, bro. What is that? Santino. I don't know. I don't know if Turkey out shake. I don't think that he's just holding Bud Crawford's hands. I think he's holding and wet willing all these Bud Crawford fans that's saying this stupid ass shit. They all getting wet willied. Yo, Turkey actually got all these Bud fans turned around sin gasolina. Yanketing y se lo está metiendo todito. Porque yo no lo entiendo. I don't understand. I don't understand the stupidity of these Bud Crawford. It's weird, bro. It's weird. Weird. Bud barely has fans. Oh, so there's just Canelo haters. I get it, Beyond. That's what it is. There is no real Bud fans. That's why Bud fans don't make sense. I get it now. I apologize. There is no real Bud fans. They're just Canelo haters. Just like there is no real Brian Norman Jr. fans. It's just a bunch of Devin Haney haters, right? Right? Let's be real, let's be honest. In this community, there's no such thing as Brian Norman Jr. fans. I ain't never met a Brian Norman Jr. fan in my damn life. It's just a bunch of Devin Haney haters, right? Let's keep it real. Let's keep it honest. So you know what? Beyond above media, I don't think there was ever truly Bud Crawford fans because his pay-per-view numbers speak for itself. It was just a lot of people that hated PBC, which eventually didn't like Earl Spence. But we know that Earl Spence got fans because Earl Spence could do 40,000, 39,000, 40,000 in Dallas Stadium versus a Ugas. Versus the Ugas. Earl Spence did 39 or 40,000 people in attendance versus Jordanis Ugas. Punch, what you drink? Oh my God, look, I asked the question. He said, Punch, what you drinking? Why you mad the world don't know? Oh my God, that's what I mean. They always want to make it about Punch. I asked you a direct. You told me to relax, right? It's his first time at 154. I want you to tell me if you want me to relax because it was his first time at 154. What? Give me a logical breakdown. What's going to happen to Terence Bud Crawford at 168 for the first time and make me relax? That's all I'm asking. Forget about if I'm drinking or not. I'm a drunk with a mic anyway. It's punch drunk boxing, so I'm always gonna drink. He said, "Bro on cocaine." See, it's on. See, you see how I got folks. It's not really a boxing. It's that they don't like what I'm saying. So is a direct shot at me. And they don't like it. You can't handle the truth. That's what it is. You motherfuckers. You can't handle the truth. This is y'all. This is y'all when I'm saying something real about Terence Bud Crawford. Hated it. Terence Bud Crawford is not daring to be great. He's just not daring to stupid. He's not daring to be stupid not to take Turkey Out Shake's money. Hated it. You can't handle the truth. Terence Bud Crawford was never blackballed in the sport of boxing. He always got every opportunity in any division he ever stepped in. And he could have petitioned to fight anybody in PBC right after the 140 because he was undisputed. So he could petition his way through the WBO, WBC, IBF, WBA. Hated it. You can't handle the truth. Terence Bud Crawford was never a victim. You can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. Terence Bud Crawford is what snagged with Victor Conte, and if people wanna be suspicious of him and ask questions about his affiliation with Victor Conte, because Victor Conte said on the interview that he know how to circumvent test. Don't get mad at me. Hated it. You can't handle the truth. Because Bud Crawford like holding hands with Turkey Out Shaking chocolate. He's this chocolate thunder. Don't get mad at me. Hated it. You can't handle the truth. Matter of fact,
2 snaps, a twist, and a kiss.
Why are you gay?
don't get mad at me because it was Bob Arum that said that with the money that they lost promoting Terence Bud Crawford, he could afford 7 Malibu mansions. You can't handle the truth. Don't get mad at me because it was Terence Bud Crawford that said the best opponents that he ever faced was Victor Postal and Ricky Burns. You can't handle the truth. Don't get mad at me because I just want to see where he wrestled at because everybody's saying that he's a wrestler. He's a wrestler. Punch, you gotta understand he's strong. I never seen that motherfucker wrestle in my goddamn life. What match? Was he in Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, WrestleMania? Was it collegiate? Was it high school? Where is the motherfucking tape where he was competing as a wrestler?
Hated it.
You can't handle the truth. So Punch, good looking out me, beyond above media. So Punch, do you agree that Bud actually believes he can't win, or just is for the money? Just for the money, my brother. Because he already told me. He already told me when the money wasn't there, how he really felt about going to the 154 in a potential fight with Canelo Alvarez. So he already told me the answer. Because you tell me, look, I'm gonna say it. All right, tell me right now. Do I think that I could beat Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk? Nah, come on, man. Come on, be serious. Give me $70 million and I'm gonna tell the whole world I could beat him. Trust me, Turkey. He said, Punch, I'm going to offer you $7 million. I believe that you could beat them. Can you beat Alexander Usyk? My man, Turkey. Dame la mano, Turkey. Dame la mano, coñazos. Claro que sí, que I could beat Turkey. I could beat all of them. Give me $70 million. I could beat Tyson Fury. You crazy? Really? Because I'd had a dream, just like I had a dream about Buck Crawford beating Canelo Alvarez. I had a dream, punch drop boxing that you could beat Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk, but I'm willing to give you $70 million. Of course, man. I just don't want to show people the tape and how I train, but everybody knows behind the scenes. You believe me, right, Turkey? Give me $70 million. Man, I grow un cojón de pinga, mi hermano. Shit, I grow some. Hey, yo, my brother, I will grow the best the ticket afforded to. I grow so much cojones with a $70 million on the table. And I'll tell the whole world that I'm daring to be great. But what I am not daring to be stupid. And let me just say it like this: as soon as Tyson Fury punches my arm, I'm gonna take a dive. As soon as Alexander Usyk punches me in the arm or the elbow, I'm gonna take a dive. I'm gonna be like that dude that fought Mike Tyson and took the mouthpiece off and got knocked out. When he got knocked out, he took the mouthpiece off and laid down for a good 10 seconds. That's what I'm gonna do. You know, say stupid, my friend. Y'all can believe all that daring to be great bullshit all y'all want. We heard Terence Crawford how he felt about Canelo Alvarez fight before that money. That money would give any motherfucker confidence. That money would give any motherfucking confidence. You meet a chick, sometimes sometimes that money make a chick que te coma el culito. There's people in the world that will do anything. They get courage when there's money on the table. Yeah, I keep on acting like, no, I'm telling you, Punch, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, Punch, Canelo. I mean, Bud Crawford dared to be great, bro. Why you hating on Bud Crawford? He dared to be great, bro. So why he ain't dare to be great? Why wasn't he calling out Canelo Alvarez after the Jamel Charlo fight? I mean, after the Earl Spence fight, was he calling out Canelo? Was he calling out Jamel Charlo? Well, Turkey giving him that type of money back then. Uh-huh. Yeah. But now, oh yeah, he daring to be great now. Fuck out of here, bro. You stupid. I ain't a dummy. But I'm enjoy Canelo Alvarez. Whoop! Terence Crawford from Pillar to Post, because I also believe that Terence Crawford is a dog and he's going to go out just like a dog, like Thomas Hearn versus Hagler. He's going to go out like Roberto Duran versus Thomas Hearns in the second round. And Terence Crawford's going to go out in the seventh round because he's a dog. And the only way that Bud Crawford makes adjustments in his fights is that he needs to go out and he needs to go out there and try to knock a dude out. That's his adjustments. His adjustments is not like Floyd Mayweather, where he'll turn into the box and really use his feet and stuff like that. It's not like Keith Thurman, like he did with the Sean Porter. The way that Terence Crawford makes adjustments, like the Mean Machine, he go, oh shit ain't looking easy. I'm gonna turn into Bud. I'm gonna f this dude up. That's one thing about Bud Crawford. He got that. He got that grit. Shit, man. I'm not truly outboxing Sean Porter. What? I'm losing. Shit, I'm gonna f this dude up. Look at the Madrimal fight in the 11th and 12th round. You think that was just boxing? Nah, man. That was desperate measures. So when Canelo Alvarez make Terence Crawford feel like you're not outboxing me, bro. It's still close. And somebody says, yo, turn it up. Bomac said, man, you gotta turn it up. You losing the fight. And Bud Crawford gonna go for it. And Canelo's gonna smack that dude up like he did Caleb Plant. Canelo Alvarez gonna smack that dude up all around the ring. All around the ring. Because Terence Bud Crawford don't have nothing that makes Canelo Alvarez frustrated. Because we could only go by the two losses, right? Really? But Floyd Mayweather did it. Yeah, Floyd Mayweather was a wizard in the defensive end. That's not Terence Bud Crawford. He's not a we never spoke about Terence Bud Crawford. Yo, he got one of the greatest defense in this era. Nope. He's not known for that. And Terence Bud Crawford is not known for high volume punching like a Bivol to overwhelm Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez and Terence Bud Crawford throw almost the same amount of punches, meaning that Canelo Alvarez is not going to be overwhelmed. And Canelo Alvarez is not going to be facing somebody that is a defensive whiz. And Bud Crawford's footwork is not the type of footwork like a William Skull to get away from you and stuff like that. That's not his type of footwork. So that's why, and because of the dog of Terence Bud Crawford, he has an ego and he wants to challenge himself because the world is watching. He's gonna get knocked the F out because he got courage. He's gonna get knocked out. His eye's gonna be broken like Kell Brook versus Triple G. Oh, yo, man, Triple G got exposed by Kell Brook. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Man, one of the greatest fights that I ever seen in my life was Hearns and Hagler. Oh yeah, only lasted 3 motherfucking rounds. Yeah, because Hearns had the heart to go after the bigger man in Hagler. Sigue ahí, estúpido. He said, I'm tripping, Punch. You know I'm not tripping. Ayo, beyond above me, you know everything I'm saying is 100% correct. In terms of how I'm breaking this fight down. Tell me, he's not going to make an adjustment to stay away from Canelo Alvarez. See, I don't think that Bud Crawford is going to be like William Score and run like a bitch. I think that Bud Crawford at a time is going to go for it. And by him going for it, it's going to get you knocked out. Or y'all could tell me that he's going to be running like William Skull. I mean, I could believe it too, because one thing about Canelo Alvarez make his some opponents fight uncharacteristically. Yeah. Nah, Hogs. He's 38 on all. They don't care. He's moving up to the no, they don't care. He's great and he's a wrestler. A guy is so lame that they talking about Bud Crawford as a wrestler. We never went into that assessment versus Sean Porter, Earl Spence. We never say, hey, I'm telling you, yo, versus Earl Spence, yo, I'm telling you, but Bud, he a wrestler though. Now because it's Canelo Alvarez, they trying to mind F you and thinking that, but Canelo Alvarez is big and strong. But you gotta understand that Bud Crawford is a wrestler, so he's big and strong too. Yo, just the way they're analyzing this fight, they would dumb down their way to make this mismatch a 50-50 fight. Just because you keeping it real and keeping it logically, objectively, Bud Crawford, Canelo Alvarez is strong at 168. But I'm telling you, but Bud Crawford is strong too. You should see how the way he deadlifts, man. You seen him in the gym before? Shit, he look like Ronnie Coleman, man. I thought it was Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know what I'm saying? All tanned up. For real, yo, Bud, I seen him wrestle, man. I don't know who's better. Rick Steiner, Scott Steiner, or Terry Bud Crawford. For real, man. That man is a wrestler, man. I seen him Royal Rumble. He chopped the chest to Ric Flair. Get him out the ring. The Heartbreak Bud Crawford. The Heartbreak Kid. Terence Bud Crawford. I'm just a sexy boy, sexy boy. I'm just a boy, I'm just Turkey's boy, Turkey's boy, toy. But Crawford is a wrestler. He gonna be Canelo because he knows how to wrestle. The dumbest, that's the dumbest assessment I've ever heard in boxing in my life. Bud Crawford is a wrestler. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you, he a wrestler. What the fuck is wrestling gonna do to Canelo Alvarez? What? Is he gonna swing him in the ring? Is he gonna do chin music? Is he gonna do the tombstone to Canelo Alvarez? Is he gonna put Canelo Alvarez in the sharpshooter? Yo, what is Bud Crawford gonna do? Uh, he's gonna hit him with the Booker T scissor kick. You doink the clown, motherfucker. He's going through the frog splash, Eddie Guerrero. Uh, hey, no, put it this way, put it this way. He gonna do the people's elbow. How about mankind? Socko! Yo, these buffets are the dumbest, bro. I really thought that there was other fan base. Yo, there's delusional fan bases out there. Like we all know after the Deontay Wilder guy's ass whooped by Tyson Fury, there was delusional fan, right? Delusional, right? But this right here, I never heard assessment. I never heard a a fighters breaking down a fight saying that, but no, I'm telling you, yo, Bud Crawford could wrestle. So it ain't gonna be easy for Canelo. I'm telling you, Punch, it ain't gonna be easy, bro. My goodness. My goodness. So now when Logan Paul comes back into boxing, I'm gonna say, nah, Logan Paul is gonna beat this boxer because he wrestles. Nah. Logan Paul is gonna be in boxing. He gonna come back to boxing and he gonna beat. Now I'm telling you, yo, Logan Paul, he a wrestler. Yo, man, this fight got people drunk. My name is Punch Drunk, but this fight has gotten people so drunk in their assessment. I think after this, to be honest, I think that after this, that's it. There ain't gonna be no more hardcores. This community has gotten so what I don't yo people say it's not that they don't respect boxing anymore. People don't respect the hardcore boxing fans anymore. I mean, we're cheap. We don't pay for fights. We're always complaining about pay-per-view like broke motherfuckers. Oh, stop it, even stop putting those pay-per-view, man. That shit's expensive, man. We always crying. We hate every great fighter. ESPN said, F this, man. Man, I thought the best fight was Earl Spence and Bud Crawford, the number one fight that everybody wanted. Man, that shit did 600 pay-per-view buys, man. Showtime said, we dead. We dead. That shit ain't save us. They even copy his word. Bud Crawford gets active, they're gonna be crying. Uh, yeah, man. And I flamed him for that. That's the difference between me and others. I even hold the fighters that I rock with accountable. That's because Canelo has mediocre skills. They just worried about his power before beat bro with a jab, and Canelo cut him. And Bud Crawford, yeah, his IQ was all the way up versus Majumov. So what was fucking Bud Crawford's IQ versus Majumov? What the fuck was Bud Crawford's IQ versus Majumov? A dude ain't never beat nobody in the fucking pros. They ain't do shit in the pros. Haven't done nothing in the pros. And a guy like Virgil Ortiz, that ain't not even a pound for pound fighter yet, beat him way easier than Bud Crawford. What was that? What was Bud Crawford's IQ versus Manjamov? Anybody? No. Put it this way, folks. It's gotten so horrible for Bud and his fans that these guys are willing to uplift Majramov to give Bud Crawford the benefit of the doubt. Nah, Punch, but you gotta understand, he was tricky. No, Punch, you gotta understand. I mean, look, styles make fights. And Madrimal was kind of a tricky fighter for Bud Crawford, even though that Bud Crawford was regarded pound for pound, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can flip it around. And a pound for pound fighter in the caliber of Terence Bud Crawford would assume that he could beat any style, every style, that he won't have a problem with any style at any division that he campaigns in. But because Bud Crawford struggled with Madrimal, and Madrimal never done shit in the pros, never did anything, earned nothing in the pros, no, Madrimal is pretty good. But wait, Punch, you gotta understand that Manjamov had like 300 amateur bouts. You gotta understand. I mean, you're not giving Bill Crawford the benefit of the doubt here, Punch. Manjamov was tricky. Why he wasn't tricky versus Virgil Ortiz? Hmm? I mean, Virgil and Bud is not on the same level. Oh, 400. Oh, 400. But then I want to. It's funny. It's funny beyond above media. People like to pick and choose when the amateur matters. Because in this community, you know it and I know it. I always talk about the amateurs, and people say, shut up, Punch. The amateurs is one thing, the pros is the other. Stop it. Oh, when I talk about the Mizon Dre amateur, shut the F up, Boo ain't shit. Boo will never be nobody. Boo Boo's nothing. Boo was nothing. Oh, okay. All right. But Javante Tank Davis had 200, almost 250 amateur bouts. Man, shit, Javante ain't scared. He ain't want to fight nobody. He hasn't done shit. You know that Adrian Broner almost had 300 amateur bouts as well? Nobody want to hear that shit now. Oh, because it's Terence Bud Crawford struggling with a 10-0 guy. Now Majamov is this fighter. He's the Lomachenko. He's not even a Lomachenko or Usyk. He ain't do shit. Exactly, Eden. William Skull he said 400 amateur bouts, twice as many pros, but they glazed Majamov. They're not glazing Majamov. And this is my point, is that Terence Crawford has gotten all the passes. All the passes. Terence Crawford ain't had to truly work like other great fighters to be not even to be named next to them. He ain't doing what Floyd and Oscar De La Hoya did. He didn't even do the work that Earl Spencer Thurman did. As a matter of fact, Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney got a better fucking resume than Bud Crawford. Teofimo Lopez got better wins than Terence Bud Crawford because he beat a pound for pound fighter, Lomachenko, who was regarded pound for pound number one at the time. And he beat Josh Taylor, the undisputed. Again, if it wasn't for the politics of the sport of boxing, we'd be crying and Teofimo Lopez be recognized as the first two-division undisputed world champion by the age of 25. Terence Crawford did it at 37 years old. But y'all want to mind fuck yourselves, right? Shut up, Punch. Shut up. Fuck you and fuck T.O. Because no, we're dumb. Like we don't know what the fuck the WBC franchise was. No, ain't no damn undisputed. No, like we ain't know that Josh Taylor was the undisputed, but he vacated his belt. Shut up. They ain't undisputed though. They ain't undisputed, but he could have been influenced for the politics of the sport of boxing, and you know that, and I know that. But it's all right. You hate me and you hate T.O. I get it. I get it. I get it. This guy is just a hater. He sounds like a hater. I see him like the dude from Belly eating the banana saying, I don't like that shit, just hating. Mia Fluff, tell me when I'm lying. That's all. Forget about the hate, the love. Tell me anything I said about Bud Crawford that I lied. Did Bud Crawford sign the extension to top rank? Was Bud Crawford 140-pound undisputed world champion? That he could have petitioned any belt federation to fight anybody from PBC that was holding the belt at the time. Was Terence Bud Crawford getting paid more than any other welterweight, guaranteed $4 million a pop? Meaning that he wasn't held back. Was it Bob Arum that said that he lost a lot of money promoting Terence Bud Crawford that he could afford, that he could have bought 7 Malibu mansions? Was it Terence Bud Crawford that pulled out of the negotiation with Earl Spence to go and get the $10 million deal to fight Dave Avenesian and be okay prime and get himself a quick payday? Was it Terence Bud Crawford that said that the best opponent he ever faced was Victor Postal and Ricky Burns, and that gave that certified people's opinion of him and his resume? Was it Terence Bud Crawford that just recently said that he now is fighting in his natural weight, meaning that it's fair to say that he was weight building throughout his whole career, because that's what he just said in his interview. He's finally fighting in his natural weight. So what the fuck you was doing in your whole career? Tell me when I'm lying. Was it Terence Bud Crawford that said that his max will be 154, that his weight class is for a reason? He doesn't see himself fighting Canelo Alvarez before the turkey out money got put on the table? Or am I lying? Forget about how you feel about me, folks. Tell me you are lying, Punch. En inglés o en español, tú estás hablando mentira. You're lying, Punch. Tell me when I am lying. Forget about what you feel or what I'm saying. Is it me that aligned myself with the notorious, the most PED, the biggest PED cheat in the history of American sports, Victor Conte? Did I align myself with him, in which, unfortunately, there could be suspicions of Terence Bud Crawford and questions because Victor Conte said in the interview that he could circumvent testing? So if people want to question Terence Bud Crawford or be suspicious of him, is it hate or is it fair? Let me see. You're lying because Bud already addressed that in the dream that stated that he thought about it and wake Canelo up. He said you're lying. Did I said Did he say that before? What did he say? Okay, Mia. Who is this? Hold on. Mia, who's this? Who's this? Give me a second.
Canelo, and he fights at 168 plus. So I don't see me and him fighting. So
What's the highest you could fight at realistically?
I would say 154 realistic.
54.
You know,
So
them boys get big up there. Them boys get big up there. And I'm not a person to, you know, toot my own horn too loud to be able to say, oh, well, I can beat the world. You know, I understand there's weight classes for a reason, and I respect the weight classes. And yeah, I think 154 will be my max, given the age.
But Punch is lying. But Punch is lying though. It's funny, bro. But Punch is lying. So when my assessment is that I seen him max at 154, he struggled with Majimov. It's stupid for him to go to 168. It's a mismatch. That's people desperately trying to turn into a 50-50 fight. But I'm lying and I'm a hater. Because if y'all follow the channel, how many times I said that that perception is the new reality. People don't like reality anymore. People are comfortable with the lie. People are comfortable to be lied to. People are comfortable to be played. And when there's somebody that's speaking truth with logic, speaking logically, objectively, they don't like that. The truth tellers are pushed back in the back burner. They are the haters. They're the wrong ones. If you a man that stands up and is a real man, a good family man, they tell you that it's toxic masculinity. If you love God too much, oh no, man, you're toxic. It's like everything that's supposed to be right now is wrong. But it's all right. You can mind fuck yourself all you want. I'm not gonna mind fuck myself. I'm not gonna let Turkey mind fuck me like he mind effing you. But Crawford, in several interviews, was not before that fight got put on the table, that money got put on the table. But Crawford was smart enough and he said the right things. But you give me $70 million and I will fight Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk on the same night, and I will take a dive. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. And I would tell the whole world I'm there to be great. Ah, you just butt hurt. Me and you just butt hurt. Stop it. Stop it. I've said all the information out. Been saying this for a year already. You just gotta want to play. You just gotta want to play dumb. So play dumb all y'all want. I'm just giving you the truth. You want me to lie to you? That's what it is. You want me to say, nah, this is a 50-50 fight. 50-50 fight. I mean, Terence Crawford got a great chance of being Canelo Alvarez. I mean, I can even see Terence Crawford stopping Canelo. I mean, Bud always wanted to fight Canelo. I mean, Bud always wanted there to be great. I mean, Bud said that he will eventually go to 168 to dare to be great. Huh? Yeah, it was Buck Crawford being held back. You know what I'm saying? By PBC. Nobody wanted to fight him. Everybody was ducking him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, the reason why he didn't sell good pay-per-views is because they was robbing the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like Buck Crawford should have been the face of boxing. I mean, Buck Crawford, he sells out arenas and stadiums. Yeah. If you want me to lie, I'll lie. I'll lie. I could do that. I could do that. Bud is a wrestler, and being a wrestler will get you over the hump versus Canelo Alvarez. I think that Undertaker could come to boxing, and he's a bigger guy. He could beat Canelo Alvarez in a boxing match. The Undertaker, your tombstone. And he'll hit him with the urn with Paul Bear and shit like that. Motherfucker. People are so stupid in this community, for real. People get mad at the truth. I don't know why. Are you invested in this? Are your family members of Bud that y'all mad? But anyway, tune in. I'm going live every day. We're going live September 13th. Don't hide, y'all. I don't want y'all to hide. I want you to be right here. Listen to breaking down boxing for real. Don't run. Don't run. Don't run from Punch Run Boxing come September 13th. I want y'all here front and center. I want you Bud weirdos, the butt buddies, to be right here. Let me know how great he is while Bomac throws in the towel. Because I'm saying like this, Bomac is not gonna wait for Buck Crawford for Canelo Alvarez to break his over the bone. He's gonna save him. Like Kenny Porter saved Sean Porter. Because even Kenny Porter said, I know what was coming. And Bomac is gonna be like, nah, man. We just here for the money for real, man. So I'm just gonna save yourself from getting. I want you to enjoy the fruit of your labor. But tomorrow we live again, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all already know this Punch on Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.